And the fire is gone. Hi, time to translate. Hi, time to translate. Um, See where the energy is at. See if we got any blind spots. Um, I'm feeling like this blind spot energy. So I'm here to give confirmation. See if we got any mirroring going on. Which I'm actually happy about today, honestly. Just with the aspect of 333. It's a nice aspect for tennis and mirroring. Because it's communication on both sides. So I'm like, excited by that aspect. Where do I want to start? Start with the Oracle deck. I'm gonna start with the Oracle deck, see where the energy is at. So I guess that's a good way to start it off, huh? Start with the energy, honey. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Ooh, that heat feels so good on my back. The heat feels. Oh, nice. The eternal side is blessing. That's intriguing. Your finances are on the eternal side. That's the intriguing part. What's catching my attention in this aspect is it's in reverse, which symbolizes on the eternal side. But the background is a nature aspect. There's a lot of trees around. And the fruits and treasure, it's at the top, but on this aspect, it's like it's in the ground. It's like the root aspect. That's amazing. Any more cards? That's really good to be the first card. Oh, and it's 11. It's a portal also. 11 portal. Which takes you to the here realm and the after realm. And it's funny because we only in March, but we got that energy as into both aspects. And then for your abundance and prosperity, it's on the eternal side. You have to be in tune with your roots. Eternal been analyzing that a lot. Like they've been wanting to communicate with you and telling you have to learn yourself and things like that. It's because of that. It's intriguing. It's taking me to something I did on President's Day this year. I decided to name all the presidents because it's just like, why not? Most people don't even know all the presidents. I honestly really don't know all of them, so it's like, why not? You know, how we celebrating a day and we don't even know all of them? That's just weird to me. But this bear was like, that's who guides you, silly. Like, it was just intriguing to me. It's like money. Everybody loves money. Do you know where that aspect actually comes from? Like the whole root of it. It's that aspect. Angel of Balance. That's so cool. And appreciation. You're being blessed. This could be even for recognition. Oh, it was my last translation. Compensation. That came out. It's the same aspect. That's so freaking cool. This goes with the first card. That's so amazing. At the bottom of here, as I was saying, this is like your roots, but it's like the treasure. You know, even I said sometime recently when I left out, I was like, I stay on the couch. The couch is like my bed, but I call it a coffin. And I was like, when I left out of my coffin, I took everything, you know, that was meaningful to me because, you know, seriously, it's the same aspect. What do people take to the grave with them? It's that type of an aspect. It's your inheritance aspect. And somebody's looking inside like a glass and they're seeing it at the bottom. It's the same aspect. Recognizing it. I was about to put this in the backwards form. The way I set the cards down was intriguing because it didn't go from the Angel of Balance, you recognizing your abundance, and then have an appreciation aspect. That's intriguing. A couple more out of here. This is really good energy. I knew it was gonna be good just because of the day, yo. I even had to wake up and tell myself happy birthday. Seriously, that's a lot of cards. I'm gonna shuffle again. This card came out too yesterday. I meditated yesterday just for anxiety because my mind sometimes we could go and just needed some time just to bring it back and just relax. Honestly, which I normally am always relaxed, but it's a different level sometimes the way I get into it. And afterwards, I decided to pull cards actually out of the Oracle deck just to see where the energy was at, as into where was the energy at this morning, where is the energy at now, and what would the energy be tomorrow. And the first card that came out was hostilities. This card right here, which was like, it makes sense why I wanted to finish in the night with, working on anxiety, because people was on hostile behavior, it was coming off an energy as somebody was trying to hurt you because your roots were gone, or like somebody you care about. You weren't in a protected zone, but you were, if that makes sense. And it's intriguing because even in this aspect, which caught my attention when I was feeling it yesterday, it's the trees, it's the background as into a camouflaging energy where it wouldn't even matter. Like you're in harmony. It's like a balance, the angel of balance. You were balanced. Or even if like the enemy was coming, it wouldn't even matter. And they came out again as under the angel of balance. That's so intriguing. The garden and the gate. Oh, they both in reverse too. This is taking me into an energy that Spirit was telling me about a while ago. I actually texted myself about it. I'm trying to remember how the words exactly. You have to believe to get through. If you do not believe, you're not going to get through. And this is the same energy. If you don't believe, you're not going to get past this gate. This portal. I would say you wouldn't even watch the translation, but some people just watch it just because. But you wouldn't be able to get through because you don't believe. And you can't pretend believe. You have to believe. That's so intriguing. To get through. To enter into the rest of God, you have to believe. That was the exact words. To enter the rest of God, you have to believe. And the rest is your roots. All this abundance and prosperity. It's there, but if you don't believe, you won't reach it. How extraordinary is yo? What's at the bottom? Contract. Ooh, it's right up under appreciation too. This is all faith-based. I want to say even taking a leap of faith, but because you're blindfolded in this energy, it's in the dark. It's taking me into the energy of you will be blessed just because you recognized it. It's an appreciation aspect. Everybody want to be recognized. And definitely eternal side, definitely people believe they're not even there. And it's like, this is a contract. This is something you already set out to do. This is making me think of, this is intriguing. This is some deep energy. It's making me think of in the Bible where somebody denied knowing somebody. I can't even remember the names. I feel intriguing right now. But when actually it was approached, denied knowing this person. Like, he was a ride or die. And then, when it came time, I totally forgot. I don't know this person. I don't know why I want to say David, but I'm not sure if it was David, honestly. For some reason, David came in my head, but it's the same type of energy. And you're not supposed to deny. It's your roots. It's all that treasure. Boy. Alrighty. Okay. We're gonna move over to tarot. I feel like I want some more other, but I feel like we can move over to tarot. What else is going on? Ah, it's so intriguing. That's a strong energy. Like this is once again, this came out in my last translation as to energy coming back, and it's in a karmatic form. But last time I was saying somebody didn't choose love. Like usually they don't choose love. This is the same type of energy, different kind of perspective, metaphorically. And are you going to deny this person, this energy again? It's like a contract. It's a contract. It's like this is something that's already set out to do it in this form of a way. And that's kind of making me feel a little scared just because, like, I know that they denied before. You know, it's like, oh my God, you're going to do it again? How intriguing. I actually want to find that today, honestly, because that's feeling really important. Got the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is all in reverse, yo. All your foundation is in reverse. It's like the eternal side. I feel like one of my other translators, when she talking about spirit, she normally said it feel like she's surrounded by them. This is it. It's like they're present, super present. It's not even surprising the way I showed up dressed, today. It's intriguing. I'll say that just because I'm dressed like an animal today. I got a sloth outfit. Um, and it's a lot of outdoor energy. Not saying, animals supposed to be outside because I'm an indoor pet, okay? I'm giving myself chuggers. I swear to God, I was at the bottom of the day. Page of Swords. That's good. That's victory. But that gives me chuggers. But seriously, even with me saying that, this is a slow moving energy. Does a lot, but a very slow paced aspect. I just feel like a planet. This is a planet that moves slow. I need to pull for the planets. But that's the type of energy. They don't move fast at all. Like it takes a long time to rotate, to move. Like Jesus Christ. Who made me even say that? Oh, my outfit. I'm dressed like this today. The Empress is, yay, upright. Let me pull a few out really quick when I get to it. Yeah, you weren't bothered. You're not gonna be bothered by this other people's negative energy. Cause somebody definitely gonna be hostile. They're gonna try to hurt you. Not realizing you gotta balance. Like, I have to show you this. This is so freaking important. You see, there's some leaves that's gone off the tree. Like, that's you not being protected. But they're still there. Like, there's leaves on the other side. It's a balance in between. Like the here realm and the after realm. That's funny. It caught my attention recently, but I just thought about it yesterday. It stood out to me as into there's some trees that really do still have leaves. Um, but the way that when I actually went and looked outside the window, it wasn't like a regular tree like this. Like you see that's the regular looking tree. You expect the leaves to be gone. It was trees that look like Christmas trees that stay that same way. They don't ever change. I feel like it's that type of a root aspect. Even though I have seen some trees that look like this and they still have some leaves on it. It's your foundation. They're still there. Like, trees are important. Trees are so important. And it has gotten so deep where it's like you should be cautious how you're cutting them and treating them. Because it's like you don't know where those roots are at. It's really going to affect you in your here realm. Like, you might die. Like, seriously, it's not a joke. It's like, it's part of it. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Which, that gets really scary. It's beneficial at the same time, just in the aspect as into, this may seem simple, but for me, the best way I think of it, because I am a writer, I like to write my emotions, which comes from the eternal side, which that's something I actually texted myself about yesterday as I was having the conversation with Mr. Blackout. I was thinking as into what is the difference between verbal and texting? Like verbalizing something and texting it. And I had put perspective. Actually, after I thought about it, I wound up asking perspective. What is the difference between that? Verbal and texting. Um, and for me, it's one of the same. Like, because if you verbalizing something, Eternal Side already told you that you just didn't come up with that concept. You know, you already have a whole thought in your head before you say it, even though you can change it up. Like, well, I didn't mean to say that and things like that because I do it, so I know it's possible. But it's the same way as in texting it. You having a whole conversation in your head while you're texting it, and you got, you know, then when you actually look at it, you know, you can change it, and you know, if you want to. Um, that's something I actually do a lot. I text myself quite often just by the emotions that Eternal give to me. And I actually go back and I look at them and read them, and they really do play out. It be really intriguing. Like, nothing's ever a coincidence, y'all. It took me a long time to realize that concept. Like, everybody have a part to play. Nothing ever is just like coincidental. Tower moment. Alright, what we got going on? Seeking. Jesus, what is this? I call on Jesus a lot. I follow that path. This is, it's in reverse. What is that number on there? Give me a second. I gotta see something. Gotta see something. Ain't no number on there. They're in reverse. This is somebody seeking about their foundation, but they don't have a foundation, if that makes sense. Like, they don't have kids or a wife, but you know, they do have roots that they're connected to. It's on the eternal side, though. This is the energy for the mother to the motherless and the father to the fatherless. You have guidance on the eternal side, but this is coming off as a person who's probably like me, honestly, because I follow that guidance. That's why I'm even able to translate. And yes, I do have an actual physical mother, birth mother, but she don't give me guidance the way my eternal side does. But she do teach me things at the same time. That's something I'm learning, honestly, and I gotta learn to be a little bit more patient with her. It's just very hard, you know, sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I do things that my eternal side don't like either, and you know, they be patient with me and forgive me and things like that. So I roll with it. Seriously. But you're by yourself. You feel by yourself, and you want a foundation, or you're seeking about your foundation. But I feel like I just explained it when it comes to your foundation. It's the eternal side. Time to join a church or like a community aspect in that form of a way so you can see it. Because you don't physically have it, if that makes, that's not a contradictory, pardon my words, but you don't have it. But you just told me I did, and I need to join people that's here. Yes, I did say that. It's just, I can understand it because I feel like I'm all by myself majority of the times, even though it's like, I always got guidance, you know, I even stay with people. But these cups are foundations, like a family structure, like having a wife, kids, mother, brothers. You don't have that. You're solo. It's just you. Mm-hmm. But you will have guidance. You can start building a foundation. You might even join other people's foundation. That's why I said a church, or I don't. It's kind of hard to just give one example. I keep wanting to say church. You know, what else is in there available? Anything that's a spiritual aspect, yo. It's the only way I can explain it. There's tons of things that I even need to join, honestly, outside of a church, probably. Which is actually funny for me to even say that. I'm gonna continue in a minute. It's just, this is an important topic. It's at the bottom of the deck, and I can identify this is a mirroring aspect for sure. I was talking to my grandma, who I haven't talked to in a long time, which is actually my mom's mom. And I was telling her, I think I actually want to go to the church and speak in churches. I think I would get more recognition in the church because it's more resonating than me just translating and sharing it on social media. I think my believers would benefit off this way more because they steer away from it because, like, oh my God, this is evil and things like that. And it's like, I'm an angel to you, okay? I'm not claiming to be, a pastor or things of that nature. It's just, I watched somebody speak in a church and I felt like I could do that. I was just intrigued. I can do that. That's amazing. I never was the type of person that's like, I want to go into church and speak in church, work in a church aspect. But I really can see myself doing it. That's the intriguing part. And it's funny because I actually went to my aunt seeking that type of a guidance because she's a believer. She even speaks in tongues. And I found myself, I heard myself speaking in tongues. And it scared me. Like, whoa, what was that? So I'm a freaking tongue speaker. I have not actually projected it out of my body, but I heard it. Like, my mind wanted to get the going. And I'm just like, it scared me, honestly, because I didn't know what it was. Like, hold on. What is this? But maybe that's why I keep saying church, because, like, I actually am in a reflected energy. I see feeling like that's where I should be at, doing this type of work. Maybe not using my cards. Maybe I don't honestly know. It's just, I felt the energy. This would be a great field for you, honey. But as I've said, they stay away from this. But it's like, it's the answers that they need. You're praying and waiting. It's like the answer is right here. But you turn it away because it's not coming in the way that you expected. But it's like, which way did you expect it? Oh, what is that word? That's so funny. It's something I talked about before. Expectations. Ah, boy, oh boy. We all know, definitely believers, the guidance and support, the way it comes in, it don't ever come from the people that you expect. That's something I have definitely learned. Like, geez. They always say they use the bottom people, which for me, it's like, I don't look at it as a bottom people. I look at it as people just the way it's another way they explain it too. Where you can actually see the miracle happen, where you know where that came from. It's not like, well, money did this or no. Faith did that, honey. Justice did that. So it all makes sense. It's just, us believers got some work to do. Oh, we got justice and judgment, yo. That's funny. And they got the 11 on it too. How about that? You're seeking. These are both portals. Got 11 on it. Justice in your roots with all your prosperity and abundance. Got a gateway. You have to believe. You have to enter the rest of God to receive this. You have to believe it. It ends you in the dark. Which I feel like you do if you are praying, if you meditate. What's other ways you can receive in the dark? I don't know. You do yoga. People say it relax them. They be able to receive, go for walks. There's so many types of ways, but this is energy in the dark. You have to believe in it to receive. Enter the rest of God to receive. And as we know, when we come to the Pledge of Allegiance, we say, in God we trust. In the invisible. It's dark, yo. But it's not at the same time. That becomes a tricky statement sometimes when I speak like that. Because it's something I actually talked about recently, as into, they say seeing is believing, hearing is believing. And I actually recently thought about, after I thought about that, I was like, how about knowing? What if you're not seeing it, you're not hearing it, but you just know it? But for me, it goes back to hearing, because I work off eternal aspect, they're the air we breathe. So it's like, I have to go off a hearing aspect, and they call it like the gospel, I guess. I guess, you guess, honey? I'm just saying, because Really, I don't see it, but the eternal side tells me, or I see signs of it when it's like seeing is believing. The way I see signs is extraordinary, yo. Um, it can be, um, that could even be a sign for somebody who knows, but in colors, in numbers, in people, it's like there's so many signs, yo. Like recently, lately, other than numbers and colors, when I say people, people literally speak words that I was seeking or I just said. Or I feel like they're giving me confirmation, if that makes sense. But it's like, there was no way you was around. How did you, it makes me want to say, how did you know that? Like, but I know shadows communicate through people. When I say shadows, the eternal side, we just, I guess we own our flesh, but they do can operate through us. I talked about this. I didn't record it. I just was talking to spirit when I was saying this, but we do have the freedom part. But spirit can control us. And when I say it in that form, I mean in the aspect as into when it comes like exorcists and people want to take spirits out of people. That's a display as into I can. This can happen. But those are examples as to you like that freedom, right? Because I can do this. They say they possess, but it's like spirit is already in us. We live in a territory. You know, but that's just an example when people say the freedom part. But it's nothing to be afraid by. When it comes to that, like, there's so many different words for it because I guess it get really deep into levels because there's so many generational aspects where this has continued, where different signs have to get sent out for a level of awareness, and they keep getting missed, so usually get more extreme. The whole thing is to realize what is needed to be recognized, not just trying to take a spirit out of a person. What are they trying to get through to you? Did that be the big problem? Well, what are they trying to communicate? Oh, Jesus. They're trying to communicate Jesus. I'm back, yo. It's a spirit back. This is all in reverse, yo. I'm quite amazed, honestly. This is all the eternal side talking. Let me take a look at these cards. I laid a few out. How intriguing. This is beautiful energy. I feel like this probably was yesterday energy. My leg, I gotta uncross it. It hurts. Pardon me. Spirit has you connected to somebody for a reason. And it seems like it's bringing a balance. But you may not like the person you connected to. But it's a reason why y'all connected together. It's a bigger purpose. It can even go with this contract aspect. It definitely is. You're bound to somebody. Y'all spiritually are connected. Y'all can communicate spiritually. It's a contract. It's something that you set out to do in this life purpose. Now, did it come in the form that you may have thought? Who knows? But it's definitely going with this hostile energy. On top of that, camouflaging in the back. This is you coming off war ready. This is coming in energy. They speak of spiritual warfare. Somebody may not like that. I know there's people who don't like the spiritual aspect. They think it's not real. They think it shouldn't be teached and practiced. But they can try to cause harm to you because of it. It's intriguing. What else we got going on over here? Let's see what else we got going on. You got the Queen of Wands in reverse, and you got the King of Wands in reverse. You're not getting support. This came out a while ago. Your spouse ain't supporting your foundation. You got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh, how intriguing, yo. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Give me a minute. I feel happy and frustrated at the same time, and that's the intriguing balance to have. It's even this energy at the same time. The Queen of Wands is happy. The King of Cups, angry, upset. I even got my little fire flares going. I got a candle lit and the little fires is just swaying all over the place. They're staying still now. How intriguing. That was intriguing. The Queen of Wands is in reverse. She's manifesting on the eternal side. It's got to be her roots, or she aware of it. The King of Cups, totally against it, is not supporting it. You're bound together. You have to believe to receive. This is intriguing because it's making me hate to use it. I don't hate to use it. I'm gonna use it because it's true. This is what this reminds me of. As abundance and as much abundance as I display, I have, and prosperity that I have, the fact that I don't have, a bunch of treasures, I'm not coming off super rich, I'm not decked in gold all the time, things like that. Decked in gold, I give myself chuckles. That's not my personality, I'd be one of those rich ones, and you wouldn't even know I was rich just because my natural personality, things I like to do, But people around me don't believe in it, or they come off as that. I feel like they like tests for me just to test my faith, honestly. But in this aspect, I'm gonna say they don't, because they say they don't. It's not real, If that was my spouse, if I'm using the spouse aspect and it's that way, it wouldn't happen until we both was on the same page. You have to believe to enter the rest of God. I feel like I have to keep repeating that because this is that energy. You're stuck to this person. And in this lifetime, it will happen. It's just, apparently got some more lessons to learn. We're on the same page. Both in reverse. The female reverse is good, though. She's manifesting on the eternal side. It's like getting the job done anyway. That's why the Empress is upright. In your power. Tuned in. Hi, ay, ay. How intriguing. What else is going on? You even got the King come out too? Give me a second. You got the Queen of Cups that came out, and you got the Queen of Wands. The female is holding it down. The female is holding it down for sure. You got the Cups and manifesting. In the universe is giving you the ability to manifest because you're recognizing it. Your spouse, though, is not. That's so intriguing. Or it's not your spouse if you're not in a relationship. You don't have a support team. Like family, friends, they be saying, you crazy, making this up, things of that nature. You don't have that. It's coming off as guy energy. But it can just be people you look up to, honestly. Like people you put in a higher position than obviously they should be of energy. That maybe they have material things of that nature. They're not supporting you on this spiritual journey. Just feel like this can go with that energy that I'm just talking about, a person who don't actually have a foundation here, like you by yourself. You're seeking about it. You're seeking about it. That's so freaking gorgeous. That's gorgeous. That made me really happy. I'm thinking of how to split it. I'm so freaking happy. Give me a second. Just confirmation as to you're on the right journey, the right path. You're not letting distractions stop you. people, negative words, emotions. You know, that's so good. That's really so good. What's going on in the traveling energy? I'll see what the universe got really quick. Then I'm gonna pull from travel. Then I'm gonna wrap it up. I feel like this is it. That's so good. What do you guys going on, universe? The law of correspondence. The law of vibration. Keep chugging. That's so funny, a little bit personally for myself. It could be for you guys too, but you know, just something that actually happened in my life just yesterday. My hands got frostbite, and if you guys don't know, I'm in the healing process, but I still ain't got that much movement in my hand. Like I can't. There's certain things I'm limited to doing, but I'm still in the early stages of healing. I still got like a whole. They said Spirit was telling me 6 months to a year before like I'll be healed. So it's only the third month, so like I got a long way to go. But I honestly don't believe I have full flexibility back in my hand ever again, you know. But I'm actually okay with that, honestly. For me, it's like a trophy, a gift of just this whole experience. Plus, it seemed like one of them artificial hands, you know, like a robot hand or something. It's intriguing. Like I enjoy it a lot. You know, I do just miss my nails being on my hand. I don't have nails on this hand, and if you can see on this one, they're all off except for these two. These two are still on, but this one about to come off. But all the rest are all off. But gotten frostbitten. I forgot what I was about to say. Gotten frostbitten. So I ain't been able to go outside because I don't do cold so well. Like I really might need to locate to a whole nother place because soon as cold, it didn't even touch my body. Like soon as like the wind blows the wrong way, my hands swell up. And it hurts really bad when it swells up. I could be fine until my hands swell up, then it hurts. To make me feel like I'm probably going to relocate to a place where it's warmer. You know, some people have these type of side effects when they get older. You know, they start getting arthritis and things like that. Hello, 30s. I give myself chuckles sometimes, but seriously, I feel like it's that type of behavior I hear people talk about when they say, "I got arthritis. You know, I can't do cold no more." I've joined the club and it is painful. It's very freaking painful. But I've been wanting to get outside, as I was saying, but I can't do too much walking. So I was like, you know what? I should pump my tire up and just ride my bike, which actually would help my hand, you know, be able to like get it like this to hold the steering wheel. And just having my hand like this made me think of my wheel going. You know, maybe I'm just over here teasing myself. I don't know, but I think it'd be beneficial. I am going to buy a new bike. And then actually at the moment I'm just going to get my tire pumped up because the bike I got right now, I like it a lot. With the first bike I bought, it's an older bike, which is my style. But something happened where every time I pedal, it feel like I'm changing gears often. And it give like this... No, actually, pardon me. That's not a true statement. I got rid of that bike. That's my second bike that did that. It was an aspect where every time I rode it, it do like this popping aspect because my brake had broke, and I guess the way that he fixed it back, it made it anytime like I pedal too long, it feel like the gears are changing, which I used to like that a lot. It made me feel like I was hitting different frequencies. Like, oh, I must be on a different frequency now. I have an intriguing sense of humor. I really do. But my other bike, the one I'm talking about right now, somehow I make this loud clicking noise sometimes. Like I did say it's an older bike, but it's like it come off like an older car where it's like real riley and make a lot of noise. But it's just because the metal sometimes gets stuck up against something, you make a loud noise. But other than that, it's a good bike. And the tire keep getting flat so quickly. I don't know what that's about. Spirit be wanting me to sit still. I was just thinking about that before I started recording attitude. Listening and obeying. Even when it comes to a garden situation, I said, you're not supposed to do this, you know. Spirit really be wanting me to sit my tushy still. And I feel like each time I try to move too much, I get in trouble. And I get in trouble by nature, if that makes sense. It'd be intriguing. Now, whether that's a true statement or not, if not, Spirit, do correct me. But I feel that way. That's geez. But I do get a lot done. I operate like a whole Buddha, like a monk, like a statue, like water, like a mirror, the air. Like I really don't have to move, but I can tell you everything that's going on, which is a true blessing. But it's like I do like to do a little movement sometimes, The law of cause and effect. What did you do? I feel like timing. Honestly, the law of attraction is up top. Cause and effect. I feel like I'm being corrected at the moment. I say, do correct me. Just feel like this is it. Timing. Everybody all can't move at the same time. I'm gonna explain. I had to use a people example. I talked about this before. Everybody have a part to play, and when it's not something wrong, I don't know. I feel like I want to use the traffic example. If it's like a car accident, because somebody wasn't paying attention, then it like backs up the other traffic, and then it'd be heavy traffic. So you thought you had something planned, but it's like you can't do that. It's a slowdown because of one situation happening. But if the person was paying attention, played their part the way they were supposed to, it wouldn't have led to the other side effect. I hope that was a good example, but for some reason it came to my mind to say that. So maybe that actually has happened or will happen. Who knows? I don't know. But that's that. Cause and effect. And I feel like that's my energy. Like, you weren't probably supposed to move. I told you to sit your little tushy still, okay? So you can reflect for me. And you all out in nature in La La Land. I give myself chuggles sometimes. I swear to God. I love being in nature sometimes. I like going on the trails and things like that. I'm a sightseer. I was saying that probably, but I like sightseeing. I have learned that over time. That I like to sightsee. I didn't know why. Why I just want to go for a ride real quick. It's to see. Like there'll be so many messages outside. My favorite thing, tell you guys a little secret. A little secret that I love is the billboards that you normally see sometime on the highway or like on streets. Those be good little messages sometimes that Spirit be sending out. And yes, a person did it, but Spirit led them to do that. And I love things like that. Or it could even be the traffic. The messages come so intriguing to me. I tell you no lie. I even seen myself reflecting in other people. It'd be intriguing. Like, intriguing. It's a mirroring aspect. It's harmony and rhythm, the law of rhythm. Put on the brakes. Oh, Jesus. This feel like this is the exact example of cause and effect. Oh, my leg is hurting. I feel like I'm about to bust into a split for you guys today. So I'm about to bust into a split and die. Put on the brakes. That's funny. That came out yesterday also. But it's coming off in a worry aspect. I'm not sure what it is today. I could need a minute. I need some more. We got an Oracle deck. What's the Oracle deck? Oh, what's it under there? It's your spouse. Boy, oh boy. It's your spouse. What is... Or your family. They're the ones that gotta put on the brakes. They can't get through. It's somewhere can't get through. This feels like an energy. Oh, I gotta put my leg back this way. Okay. This feels like an energy of you going somewhere. You can even be with somebody, and you can't get through. They can get through, but you can't get through. I actually did this work before. Yeah, I translated this already in an image form. It was like a little glass wall, and somebody was trying to talk to somebody on the other side, but they couldn't. And then she said, your heart is not in the right spot. Your heart's not in the right place. They could not get through. This is definitely repeating this. Spirit really wants you to know you could not enter the rest of God until you believe. You can't get through. And this could even be somebody trying to pretend. This might be somebody trying to pretend they believe because they see the abundance is coming. They won't be able to get through. They won't be able to get through. That's extraordinary, and that's so serious. The Lord will keep you from all harm. They can't get through. That's even like how I said about the hostile behavior somebody has. It's not going to affect you because you have a balance. That's you being protected, but they're not going to be able to harm you. And they won't be able to get through a gateway. That's extraordinary. Scary and extraordinary. Luckily me, I'm a super faithful, but it's intriguing because like a non-believer, I guess it's like to see if it's a real situation, like I'm gonna still get through, you won't. But I was about to say, if a non-believer, why would you want to even attempt to get in the kingdom? But I have realized there are unbelievers in the kingdom. There are unbelievers in the kingdom. I have seen it. I have witnessed it with my own eyes, and I was amazed. But for me, I feel like either that's timing or life is teaching them a lesson as into this is my kingdom. You're still going to follow me. Like that freedom part you thought you had, you won't get that, okay? I will control you. It comes off in that aspect. Because I've seen it. But this person will do anything for me. I was amazed. But we all have our own lessons and purposes to play. As I did sit there and say everybody got a part to play. But even with that energy, I thought about like there is some in there. Just how people speak as into I don't like to go to church because I don't like the way believers treat me, or they say even bad people go to church just because. It's just like they're seeking, whether they want to admit it or not, they're seeking. Okay? They didn't just show up to a place that they really didn't want to show up just to be nosy. No, they want parts. They just don't want to admit it. And that comes with that energy. I spoke of that energy in a different metaphor, but kind of the same. Denying an energy that you seek or love, connected to. Oh, Jesus. Oh, amazing. Where are you? God's special helpers. That's so confirmation in every form of a way, yo. Where are you? Are you in that church and you say that you don't like these believers? God's special your helper. You're helping, whether you know it or not. You're giving a picture to a bigger picture. I feel like won't he do it? I feel like won't he do it? Won't he do it? That's extraordinary, yo. That's extraordinary. So, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. Remember, be kind. You are a reflection.